Hello everyone, I'm Brandy, welcome back to the Picok HD Games channel. The best game genre is one of the game genres that can be said to be quite liked by gamers on mobile, PC, and other platforms. Currently, the best themed games are also equipped with fun and good elements, such as the open world genre, simulation genre, adventure genre, and many other game genres that you can find in multiplayer games. For that, in this video, Picok HD will discuss the best games for the PS5 which have a large collection of good genres, and you can download them later. But before entering the topic of video discussion, don't forget to press the like, subscribe, and notification buttons so you don't miss the latest video information from us. Okay, here is a list of the 6 best games for PS5 in 2021, the Picok HD version, and happy watching until the end. Number 1, we have the game Returnal. Returnal is a third-person shooter roguelike video game developed by Housemarque and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. The game is released exclusively for PlayStation 5 on April 30, 2021. Returnal features roguelike elements and covers the psychological horror genre. Set in a futuristic sci-fi setting, players control Celine, a space pilot, outfitted in a suit and armed with high-tech weapons, who is stranded on the alien planet Atropos and trapped in a time loop. After each death, Celine is resurrected, following a pattern of traversing alien environments and battling extraterrestrial entities with evolving visions in an ever-changing world. On the next list, we have the game Sackboy, A Big Adventure. Sackboy, A Big Adventure is a platform game. Unlike previous Little Big Planet entries with 2.5D platforms, it features multiple perspectives and 3D motion. Players control Sackboy on a world map which gives access to many platform levels and bonus content. As Sackboy completes each stage, new ones unlock, allowing him to progress further. All levels contain collectible objects called Dreamer Orbs, which must be mass collected to progress to the end of the game. Sackboy's moveset is greatly expanded from previous entries, and players can now slap at will, roll, swoop, pick up objects, and jump, vibrate, to name a few. Moves can be chained together to create combos that allow skilled players to travel greater distances. Each level in the game uses a series of interactable objects that require at least one Sackboy move to progress. Number 3, we have a game, Demon's Souls. Demon's Souls is an action role-playing game in which the player assumes the role of an adventurer, whose gender and appearance is adjusted at the start of the game, exploring the cursed land of Boletaria. 5 player characters are assigned an initial character class, which further affects their stats, although they can be changed later in the game and effectively change the player class in combination with different weapon choices. The world is divided into 6 regions. Nexus Hub World and 5 additional worlds are divided into 4 areas, each ending in a boss encounter. There are 22 bosses in the game, including Real King Allant and 2 Man-Eaters, and 4 optional bosses. Combat is time-dependent for weapon and block attacks, with different weapon types unlocking different combat options and changing the player's movement speed. Next number, we have the game, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, is a 2020 action-adventure game developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The core gameplay of Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, is the same as its predecessor. It features the same open-world, fictional version of modern Manhattan, which is covered in snow because the game is set over the holidays. Miles controls almost identically to Peter Parker, but with new animations and abilities, which are unlocked as the storyline progresses. The powers introduced consist of Venom Blast, which allows the player to immobilize enemies with bioelectricity, and charge or drain electronics. The game also introduces new gadgets, including remote mines, which can be attached to enemies, or power panels and gravity wells which trap multiple enemies and make them easier to hit. Number 5, we have a game, Astro's Playroom. Astro's Playroom is a 3D platformer in which the player controls the Astro but using the DualSense controller. Like the previous game, he is able to jump, float, punch enemies and objects and rotate attacks by charging his punches. The game begins in a hub world called CPU Plaza, which is modeled after the inside of the PlayStation 5 console, and provides access to 4 worlds each themed after a console component: GPU Jungle, Cooling Springs, SSD Speedway, and Grassland Memory. Each of the 4 worlds is divided into 4 levels that are interconnected with each other. 2 of these levels involve regular platforming, while the other 2 involve custom power-up settings that take advantage of the DualSense controller's capabilities. Last number, we have the game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is an open-world action-adventure game structured around several main storylines and many optional side missions, called world events. Players take on the role of Eivor Varinsdottir, a Viking raider, as they lead their fellow Vikings against the Anglo-Saxon Empire. Players have the choice to play Eivor as a girl or boy, or let the game alternate between the two at key points in the story. Players can also customize Eivor's hair, color paint, clothes, armor, and tattoos. The range of weapons available to players has been expanded to include weapons such as flails and greatswords. Combat has been revamped to allow dual use of almost any weapon, including shields, and a variety of other interesting weapons. That's a list of the 6 best games for PS5 2021 that you've watched until the end. Thank you very much for watching our video. Hopefully our game recommendations can be useful for all of you, and see you in the next video summary of the best games list. If you have suggestions or want to recommend other good games, you can post questions in the comments. We all say, simple game, simple enjoy. See you in the next video.